Hello, everyone. Hi, family. Hi. Hi. We're going to get the program started, but you guys are welcome to finish eating your meal because it's super delicious. But thank you for coming to celebrate the successes and accomplishments of the academic scholars, the student athletes, the student leaders, the student musicians, and the student employees here at GRCC and in this room today. My name is Ariel Brown, and I am the president of the Student Alliance here at GRCC. And this is Brandon Sinclair. He's president of the Campus Activities Board. And we will be your mistress and master of ceremonies this afternoon. On behalf of GRCC, we would like to welcome you all to the 2015 Student Leadership Banquet. Welcome. We are here today to celebrate the exemplary leadership of our students on campus and in the community. Before we get started, we would like to recognize our president of the college, Dr. Ender. And two members of our Board of Trustees, Trustee Cynthia Bristol and Trustee Dr. Richard Stewart. We would also like to acknowledge all of the coaches, the advisors, the faculty, staff, and administration here in attendance with us for graciously giving their time in order to support the students' success and persistence. So thank you. As student body president, I know I am not alone when I say that GRCC was the best choice, and it is definitely home for myself and many other leaders here in this room. And as tradition, years past, we have presented a brief student involvement tribute video produced by Brent Carberry from the GRCC Media Department to begin our presentation, and enjoy.
Ton of what's going on here, but I wanted to be more directly involved. And seeing that the Student Alliance was rebooting, I thought it was a great time to jump in on the ground level and see what kind of changes that I could bring about directly rather than more indirectly with the leader.
I'm a little strong-headed when it comes to certain things, and when I'm dealing with the Black Student Union, it's a passion to help people and understand like where I've come from. If I can prevent anyone from going through what I went through to get where I'm at and to skip that step, I will.
There's a lot of people who have great leadership skills. They're just afraid. They're afraid of what other people might think or that they might not be good at it. But I kind of encourage them and tell them, you know what, if that's what you want to do, you go for it.
Being in front of the group and running an agenda, it's a complete different experience for me. It has helped me grow and also helped me know more myself.
The Campus Activities Board, CAB, plans all the major events on campus, so that could include Welcome Week, Stress Buster, Finals Relaxer, the night at the YMCA, basically any of the large-scale events that encompass all the students here at the college.
There is so much more than what the average student would realize that's going on. And you have to get out of your comfort zone. Like, I did not know we even had student organizations, much less an international one.
I think that getting involved, whether it's being an anime club or Women's Issues Now or the film club, it's a piece of you that you will sort of take.
I first became aware of them at a club day my first year at CC, and I thought it just like fun. I like playing games at home, and the idea of getting to hang around with a bunch of people who also enjoy games just seemed appealing.
I actually lead a relationship group on campus. We talk about anything from romantic relationships to relationships with parents or friends. And then we also study the Bible a little bit and talk about what's going on in our own lives.
Anybody can become a leader in CAB. If you're interested in marketing, you can volunteer and help out there. If you're interested in working with individuals, then CAB is definitely a place for you to become a member of. No matter who you are, it's a good plug-in to your future skills and your expertise.
I actually started this group. I am majoring in child development and have a very big interest in children and want to be more involved and help support and advocate children and parents in our community.
This past fall, we went to Chicago to the Christkindl market, and we were able to look at like traditional German equipment and food and everything that goes with it. And that's what I really wanted, was like people to experience the culture in another way and not just read out of a book about something. So that's why I chose to be like the coordinator.
I generally consider myself an introvert and shy, and I've had to overcome some things to work with other people.
We're really trying to connect artists at GRCC with art in the community in Grand Rapids, because we have Art Prize now and a lot of different avenues you can go to get connected and get integrated.
Deutsche Gruppe ist das Bestes. Wir reden mit vielen anderen Leuten und wir denken über alle in der Gemeinschaft.
I've made some pretty tight best friends there at club, and I'm gonna miss them when I graduate.
Well, we're going to do one more round of applause for Brent for all of his awesome work with that amazing video.
It is my distinct pleasure to call to the stage mathematics faculty member Nancy Forrest. Nancy has taught at GRCC since 1983. She is a highly respected member among her peers and the students within her own classroom. I am sure I'm not the only one in this room who dislikes math. But Nancy really makes the subject enjoyable, and she delivers it in such a way that each of her students feel like they know the material and that they can tackle the work. She's passionate about student success and lifelong learning, and we are very grateful that she accepted our invitation to open today's event. So without further ado, please welcome to the stage Nancy Forrest.
Of course, we all know that math is just cheap entertainment, right? It's all in your perspective in terms of what's going on here. I am so happy to be here on a day when we can honor you for your student leadership. You guys are awesome, okay? And it was so enjoyable to watch that video, and I know I'm aware of a lot of the student activities that go on, but there are still some clubs that I hadn't been aware of that are existing out there, and obviously have committed, passionate leaders. Now, today, as we honor you, thinking that, well, this year, GRCC, of course, we are celebrating 100 years, and we've got the motto of great past, bright future. So today I want to think about some things of your great past and your bright future. And I brought a little bag. I need some props, okay, as we go through here. And for me, to go way back in my past, by the way, I am a product of Muskegon Community College, okay, so have been associated with community colleges one way or another for more decades than I will admit at the moment. But I'm going to go way back for some of you, your community college experience. Of course, it's right now. So I thought to illustrate, to go way back, I got my high school letter sweater on, okay? I was not on the football team, but there we go. Okay. This is great. It's the fourth time I've ever worn it my whole life. I still got it. But think about your great past. The people that you've met, the friendships that you've made, all that you have learned, the experiences, good and bad, that have shaped you, informed you, and turned you into the incredible person that you are right now. Okay? So we don't want to forget about our past. We stand upon what we learned there, that great past, and then look forward to your bright future. Now, we obviously have an incredible variety of areas where people have done student leadership, okay, in the room. And as we picture a bright future, I'll just pick a few examples. Some of you will show your leadership to go out there and help save endangered species, okay? So, and, you know, something close to my heart, so the leadership skills that you have, that you carry forth, and continue your education, go into whatever fields you're going into, will serve you so well and help to guide many other people to follow your footsteps. A little mini boombox here. If you've been in my class, you know all about boombox, but I won't. All right. Some of you, okay, will be composing, okay, or playing, participating and playing it, okay, beautiful music. Now that might be classical music, okay. In your future, I expect it. I'll hear you on the radio, see you on TV. Other than classical music, maybe it'll be hip hop, whatever that is, okay. But it sounds like I had to not quite sound so dated, okay, but so many different areas to go into. Some of you, with the compassion I hear about, will be going into the health fields. My example here, box of Band-Aids, okay, go through that. Whether it's as a nurse or a doctor or a dentist, obviously, or a caretaker for senior citizens, a caretaker for Alzheimer's patients, helping to preserve their dignity, okay, as they continue on with their lives, and so many wonderful things that lay ahead of you. I know we have some student athletes in here. See, basketball. Now, would you catch this if I tossed it at you? Or would you? What are you going to do? I better not. I just heard Ariel say, "Oh no!" So I'm just kidding. But you can have it after the banquet if you would like. Okay. I've got a couple of them, and I know many sports are represented here, and it's a wonderful way to learn leadership. Okay. And all kinds of important characteristics that we need as we go out through our life to be a member of a team. And so we celebrate you today as well. Some of you will lead the way to design or engineer the next generation of energy efficient cars, okay, to help conserve our energy sources, keep the planet safer, right? And by the way, when you're done, I would like one this color, okay? Yeah, I'm willing to write a check too for it, but again, keep me in mind. Do that. A couple other things. Some of you, your leadership will show up through the written word, whether it be in a book or something somebody reads on an iPad, okay, or in a blog. The power of the written word will never go away. Now, for some people, a book might look a little different. Maybe your leadership will be in child development. What's more important than the education and nurturing of our young children. Note the book I picked, One Fish, Two Fish. I had to work math in one way or another. Okay, so that's it. That's all. I'm not, no solving equations today. Okay? All right. And just a couple more for the bright future. Who in here is going to write the next app that is used around the world to make people's lives easier? Okay? So many important things there. And those of you going into criminal justice, the leadership that would go there, and I realize these are sheriff badges, but you get the idea. So many things that we would do. And just touching on some of those avenues that we would have. And I was told today that some people who are thinking going into political science, which I don't have an illustration for here. I was so happy to hear that, because will you please go to Lansing and straighten some stuff out? Okay, that's all I'm going to say about that. And between your great past and your bright future, there's today. So let me put on my Grand Rapids Community College sweatshirt. I don't have a Muskegon Community College one because when I went to college, I didn't have enough money to buy this. Okay. But my education got me a good job, and now I can buy that kind of stuff. Anyway, there we go. And for the last part of this, let me say that I know we have the bright future that you're working toward, and you work so hard. It is so obvious. And you share of yourself, as busy as you are, you share of yourself on this campus, okay? And you individually, you each help make GRCC a better place, and I so thank you for that. Remember, also take care of yourself. I know how busy you get with students with their classes and their activities. Take care of yourself. Okay? Get some sleep. Okay? Couple more tidbits here. Get some exercise. Now, I was going to bring a really heavy weight, but I don't like to show off. Okay? Just wanted to clarify that, right? Okay? Nurture your relationships, all right? Because you've got a bright future, but make sure you live today, right? Every day is a blessing. We can't always just be looking to the future. Take some time to have some fun. Although this isn't really that comfortable. All right. And I know as the weather gets beautiful, enjoy the springtime, but there's only a few weeks left. Go to class. All right? Oh, there we go. And again, thank you for all that you do for GRCC. With your bright future where you are headed, not only is GRCC a better place for having you be part of it, but I know that the world is and will be a better place as you continue on with your education and your involvement in activities and the causes that are close to your heart. Okay? And last thing is just remember, always reach for the stars. Okay, thank you.
Teamwork, y'all. Hold on. Thank you. Thank you so much, Nancy. And just to let you all know, I had Math 107 with Nancy and also Melanie Forbes a couple semesters ago. Factoring, all of that, you helped me so much that I got skills from you that I didn't get in high school. So thank you. But I am pleased to begin our award program at this time. And I ask that our presenters of the awards and our award recipients to enter on the left and exit to the right. And for our first award this afternoon, I would like to introduce Department Head Lee Kleiner and Paul Krieger, Dr. Gregory Forbes, Dr. Pam Laredo, and Dr. Matthew Douglas, faculty members of the Biological Sciences Department here at GRCC, to present our Outstanding Biology Student of the Year Award.
Good afternoon. I'm Paul Krieger, professor of biology, and joining me on stage, in addition to Cassie, are some of Cassie's previous instructors at Grand Rapids Community College. We have Matt Douglas and Pam Laredo and Todd Tiano. They're all former instructors for Cassie. And then also Matt and Pam also served in the role of being the advisor she had for her biodiversity club she was involved in. When singing the praises of Cassie Russo, the only question is, where do I begin? She basically has a wonderful passion for biology that's palpable. She has an enthusiasm and positive energy that's positively radiant. And her hard work and self-discipline really propelled her to just be an excellent student in biology. So Cassie started off by taking a Biology 101 general biology course at our college, and then she moved on into the majors sequence. She took our zoology class, our botany class, and then also our cells, molecules, and genes course. And she was the top student in all these courses, very consistent, earned top grades across the board, and just did a wonderful job and received accolades from all her instructors. In addition to that, she was also involved in clubs. For example, she was a very active member of the Biodiversity Club. They did a lot of volunteer work in the community. They did things like led nature programs for children and took care of pulling invasive species from parks and things such as that. We also have a community event called Darwin Day. And on Darwin Day, she did face painting for kids. Cassie is also an accomplished photographer and artist, and her work's been displayed in the GRCC Art Gallery. She's also the winner of the Chavez Scholarship from 2011. And I had the privilege of working with Cassie as the role of mentor when she received her Gordon Art Fellowship. And that was through Pierce Cedar Creek Institute, which is an educational, environmental education center, and also field station for doing biology work. So college students will go there and they'll take courses in biology, field courses, and they'll also do research work. If you're not familiar with it, it's located near Hastings, and they have over 600 acres. It's a beautiful place. So she had a project called The Beauty Beneath, and she had a beautiful blend of science and art. And what she really wanted to do was introduce the wonderful microscopic world of organisms called protists to the rest of the world. And her project involved keeping a sketchbook as well as making 2 really large, beautiful paintings. She was there for 10 weeks, and I served as her mentor. And Cassie could have just gotten involved in her project as an artist and kept it simple like that, but she got involved in everything that was available to her. A lot of students were doing research there, and she was interacting with everything that went on. One funny little story was she was actually working with a project with a couple of guys who were working on collecting rattlesnakes. How many people even knew we had rattlesnakes in Michigan? And she basically went, and one of the things they had to do was to tag the rattle to determine which ones had already been caught. And they had to put fingernail polish on it. And one day she came to me and she said, "Oh, Paul, those boys had no idea how to put fingernail polish on a rattle." And I said, "You go, Cassie, show them how to do it." Sure enough, she was doing that. So in summary, I would just like to say it is my distinct privilege and honor to present Cassie Russo with this year's Biology Student of the Year Award.
our second award of the afternoon is the Outstanding Physical Science Student of the Year Award. This is one of the 2 new awards to our program, and I'm glad to welcome chemistry professor Amy Kurdna to the stage to present this award. Amy?
What a wonderful crowd today. It's amazing to be here, and I'm happy to present the first ever Physical Science Students of the Year Award. The Physical Science Student of the Year Award is composed with the criteria of at least a minimum of 2 semesters of physical science and student learning or service learning or independent studies. Our 2 co-winners here are now 4 semesters of physical science, so they went above and beyond the criteria for us. So these 2 winners were nominated by Dr. Tom Niles. He said both of these men are extremely dedicated students, leader in their Organic 1 and Organic 2 chemistry laboratory. They're very well prepared, carry out experiments, and help other students without giving them the answers. So, which is always a bonus for us professors. And I also had the wonderful pleasure of having these 2 students in my summer General Chem 2 lecture and laboratory. I could not agree more with the compliments and outstanding nomination that Dr. Tom Niles had. So let's begin to the awards. First award goes to Daniel. Oh, poor Daniel. We practiced. Daniel Gabrazia-Bier. So, Daniel is planning to go to U of M. He is also going to do a summer research program at U of M in biomedical engineering. He comes from Eritrea, Africa, and he has come over to the U.S. and started GRCC winter of 2014. He is also working in the math tutor lab, along with being a participant in many GRCC groups, such as the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society and the TRIO group. I know Daniel well from having him also in another lab on top of those courses, and I couldn't agree more. So, Daniel, congratulations, Physical Science Student of the Year. There you go. And to remember, okay, our next co-winner, Randy DeYoung, plans to go to Grand Valley next fall, where he has gotten a scholarship, and he will plan on a pre-med program as he goes to pursue his bachelor's degree and plans to go to dental school after he receives his bachelor degree. He says that he enjoys chemistry because there's so much learning with hands-on from lecture and lab, and he really enjoys organic chemistry. So I think that also makes him deserve a Physical Science Student of the Year, if you can say that. So it is my honor and privilege, again, with Daniel and to Randy. Randy, congratulations on Physical Science Student of the Year Award. May we have another round of applause for these excellent students in our department, and we'll see you next year.
Hi, everyone, again. Next, we would like to ask Professor and Music Department Head, Dr. Kevin Dobrev, to come to the stage to present the Academic Achievement Awards in Music.
Thank you so much, and greetings, everybody, honored guests, faculty and students and guests. I would like to start by inviting my colleague, Dr. Carol Van Ranwyck, up to the platform to help me distribute the awards. First, let me tell you, as Carol is walking up, a little bit about the 2 awards that we're going to be presenting. There is the Emerging Music Student Academic Leadership Award. This award is designed to recognize emerging student leaders in the music department. Nominees must have been involved with the music department for a minimum of 2 and no more than 3 semesters while contributing to the music department as leaders. This award recognizes current initiative and contributions as well as future potential. Nominees must be a current GRCC music major, be active and involved in a major ensemble, contribute to the success of the ensemble in ways that exceed musical performance, seek to assist and encourage other students in their musical growth, have distinguished themselves in academic performance, and they must have a minimum cumulative GPA of 3.0. What I'd like to do is call off the names of the nominees and ask them to come and stand in front of the dais. I guess this is a dais. And then we will have you acknowledge them, and then we will present the awards. The following students received nominations for the Emerging Music Student Leadership Award from members of the music faculty. Please rise and come to the stage to be acknowledged as your name is called. Jose Luis Alonso, freshman voice major. Madeline Ballard, freshman violin major. Jennifer Brown, freshman voice major. Kara DeVries, freshman trumpet major. Clay Towery, freshman piano major. And finally, Wesley Wiedig, freshman guitar major. It is my honor and pleasure to present the award for the 2014-2015 Emerging Music Student Leadership Award to 3 outstanding leaders in the music community. First, Madeline Ballard. Madeline, come to the stage, please. Congratulations, Madeline. Second, Clay Towery. And last, but of course not least, Wesley Wiedig. Thank you all. The following students received nominations for the Distinguished Music Student Leadership Award from members of the music faculty. Whoops, out of sequence. Sorry. Let me tell you about the criteria for the Distinguished Music Student Academic Leadership Award. This award is designed to recognize students with distinguished service or achievement that demonstrably benefits the music department at Grand Rapids Community College. Such distinguished service should be a pattern of exemplary service over the student's year at Grand Rapids Community College and exceed the normal duties of any positions he or she may hold, like above and beyond the call of duty. Nominees should have at least 4 semesters or more of participation in a major ensemble. However, recording technology majors can meet this requirement with no less than 2 semesters. Nominees must be a current GRCC music major, demonstrate passion for musical performance, be active and enrolled in any GRCC ensemble, have distinguished themselves showing leadership as a music librarian, music tutor, lab monitor, or in-service learning, and other possibilities not identified here. They must demonstrate intellectual curiosity and scholarship in the fields of music theory and musicology, and they have distinguished themselves in academic performance and have a minimum cumulative GPA of 3.0. Now, the following students received nominations for the Distinguished Music Student Leadership Award from members of the music faculty. Please rise and come to the stage to be acknowledged as your name is called. Rosalie Baxter, sophomore voice major. Avalon Cutts Jones, sophomore voice major. It appears that Avalon may not have made it. Amy David, sophomore trumpet major. Jonathan Jackson, sophomore guitar major. Now, I know that the next student is not here. Marcus Kelly, sophomore bass major. And finally, Brianna McKendrick, sophomore violin major. It is my honor and pleasure to present the award for the 2014-2015 Distinguished Music Student Leadership Award to two outstanding leaders in the music community. Unfortunately, Avalon Cutts is not here today, but I will be happy to accept her award. But Amy David is here. So Amy David, would you please come to the dais? Congratulations, Amy. Well done. And another round of applause for our students, please. Thank you, Amy. We're supposed to go this way. Wait, what? I guess we can go this way. We broke the rules.
It is my pleasure to announce our next presenter, faculty members Dr. Robert Hendershot and Dr. Mike DeVivo, who will deliver the Social Sciences Awards.
Good afternoon. My name is Robert Hendershot. I'm a professor of world history in the social sciences department. And it is my pleasure and responsibility today to award the student research paper competition, which our department has been awarding now for, this is our 5th year. And how this award works is, right, each year, students who have completed research papers in any of the disciplines of the social sciences, which includes, of course, history and anthropology and sociology and political science and economics and geography, students in any of our disciplines who have done research papers as part of their coursework are encouraged to submit their best work to the department's student research paper competition. And we're always very pleased to do this because the research paper is a classic assignment in academia for a very important reason. As the nature of producing serious research papers calls upon the students to demonstrate their skills in a variety of crucial areas, including originality of thought, creativity, the skills of argument and rhetoric, writing clarity, discipline, research, editing, and of course, the critical analysis of data, primary evidence, and secondary scholarship. As a result, we hold the annual paper competition both to reward excellence as well as to inspire students to even higher levels of accomplishment in the future. Winners of the Student Research Paper Competition Awards, and we do first, second, and third place awards, receive a certificate of accomplishment, a humble financial honorarium, permanent public recognition on our Social Sciences Department's webpage, and considerable bragging rights. As always, the submissions to this year's competition were judged by a faculty committee consisting of 5 full-time faculty members from the Social Sciences Department. In the committee evaluation process, emphasis is placed on originality of the student's thesis, their analysis, the clarity, the quality of the presentation, and evidence of comprehensive and systematic research. I'm pleased to announce that there were a record number of submissions to this year's Social Sciences Student Research Paper Competition, and the selection process was even more difficult than usual. But the faculty judges are pleased to be able to name the following winners. In first place, A.C. Moore, for her paper titled Banana Incorporated, Corporate Interests, U.S. Foreign Policy, and Perpetual Poverty in Central America, a paper prepared for the HS 293 seminar on the history of American foreign relations. Excellent scholarship, our first place winner, A.C. Moore. In second place, unfortunately, this award winner was not able to be with us today, but Gretchen Robinson, right, took the second place student research paper competition for her paper titled Israel's Power to Influence, a study of the 1970s foreign policies towards Israel, again produced for the HS 293 seminar class on the history of American foreign relations. She was very sorry that she could not be here with us, but I'm accepting for her, and we'll get her certificate directly. For the first time ever, we had a tie in this year's Student Research Paper Competition for third place. And I'm very pleased to announce that Melissa Foster placed third, right, for her paper entitled The Criminal Mind, Contributions to Criminal Behavior for the Sociology 270 class, American Families in Transition. Here she is. Very well done indeed. And our other third place winner, Carla Villasana Acosta, for her paper titled Pablo Escobar, The Influence and Control of a Drug Lord in Colombia, produced for HS 230, The History of Latin America. Please join me one more time in congratulating all of these scholars for their current work and their future contributions to the academic community. Thank you.
Oh, go ahead, introduce me if you
I also would like to introduce my colleague, Professor Michael DeVivo.
Hello, how's everybody doing today? Good, I hope. I am here to award Gamma Theta Epsilon, Lambda Epsilon Academic Service Award to Hannah Cluley, who unfortunately is not here because of Good Friday obligations. It is in recognition of valuable contributions to the discipline of geography, which has been evidenced by service to the academic community. The Lambda Epsilon chapter of Gamma Theta Epsilon here at Grand Rapids Community College, one of the few International Geographical Honor Society chapters in community colleges today, and certainly one of very few of the 300 chapters of the International Geographical Honor Society chartered around the world that holds the distinction of being awarded honors. There's students like Hannah that have contributed much to this effort, and she really did quite a bit in raising funds for the Campaign for Female Education in Africa, among other things. So even though she's not here, I'd like you to please offer a round of applause to Hannah. Thank you so much. Lastly, as chair of the Social Sciences Scholarship Committee, we have two $800 scholarships to award in the name of Elizabeth Knapp. Elizabeth Knapp was a longtime faculty member in the Social Sciences Department. The standards for the scholarship are very rigorous. An application must be made out, and there must be a writing sample provided to the application committee members. And it is really a difficult task, and it only goes to the most exemplary students. One of the recipients of the scholarship, Stuart Miller, is not with us. He's a non-traditional student who is working today. Another student, however, is here with us today, and I'd like to present this scholarship to Norma Zondervan. Please step up. And thank you so much. Congratulations. Okay.
I would now like to introduce Charlie Wells, who is a faculty member and also the athletic director, to present the athletic awards.
This is one of the most awesome times of the year for myself because I love being with the student activities area and being associated with you guys for as many years as we have. You are all awesome. And I mean, you do a great job. And thank you for all of your service that you've provided for us. Without further ado, 1914, there was a group of young athletes that decided to play against the University of Michigan. And during the course of that time, they ended up playing their hearts out, and they ended up beating University of Michigan. Those guys at that point in time named themselves the Raiders. And from that point on, it stuck. So we are the Raiders officially, and we'll always be the Raiders. And a lot of people do not like to play us for those reasons, because we raid them in most cases. The group that I represent, I am just so proud of this group of individuals that we have and the teams that we have, that they show exemplary leadership all the time, on the floor and off the floor. And we are just really proud of this group of individuals that we're going to present to you today. The first person that I'm going to present to you is the Merle Storer Award itself. It's an academic award, and that person of which has been awarded this award cannot be with us today. But Taylor is the young lady that has a high academic GPA, and she's a softball player, and she's in addition a basketball player. She's played her heart out in both ends of the fields, and again kept the grades up in the process. And so again with her, anytime that I needed something, I could always go to her and say, Taylor, can you take care of this for me? And of course she'd step up to the plate and do so. And so we're very proud of Taylor, and I'll make sure that she gets the award. Softball's playing a game today, and that's why Taylor cannot be with us. So Taylor would get the first award. My second award is going to go to a young lady, which is called the Donald Black Award. For those of you that don't know Don Black, Don was the head of the student activities areas years ago. And Don was an avid supporter of student life and athletics. And Don always would take the time to spend time with the student body. And when you walk down those halls, you'd see Don out there actually interacting with the students and, asking the questions every day, how are things going? Are you okay? Do you need anything? And again, he was one of those individuals that, when you met Don, he just kind of grew on you, and you'd always want to be around him. And I remember him to this day because I was one of those students that he shook the hands and he talked with as well. So this particular person that I'm going to give this award to is really a outstanding person, and the team that she's associated with is outstanding as well. They've been in the top 20 consistently every year, and this year we ended up in the top 16. And what I'd like to do is have that group of young ladies, which is the women's volleyball team, stand up, if you would, and give them a round of applause. They're also led by Chip Will, who was also standing with the group back there. And Chip, we really appreciate your leadership. On the way coming here, I had the pleasure of walking out of the building with this young lady, and I'm doing this. It's worse than being with my wife. I'm short. And you put heels on her on top of it, and it's like I was real short. And so without further ado, Shelby Ruffner, can you come up? Like I said, I'm real short, so. The next person that we've got here is on the same note, Donald Black Award. The young man, we went through some up and down times, and I had to have one of the students step forward and kind of take over and lead the group. And this young man was one of those individuals that I said, I need you at this point in time to help me pull this team together and keep it together. And everything that I asked of him, he did. Never questioned it, just did it. And he believed in the program to the point to where At one point, he said, "Are we going to be able to make this work?" And it's like, yeah, we're going to make it work. I mean, we will do that. But I need to have one of you guys step up, and he was willing to step up. This young man had an awesome year this year. He came back and again led the team. Ended up runner-up in our regional itself with him and his leadership. And he is going to be transferring out of here. We haven't nailed it down yet, but we will be nailing that down where he'll be attending soon. And once we get that, then I know the next program is going to be very excited to get him. Cam Burhan. If they can stop taking selfies. I tell them in the classroom, if you're taking a selfie, I'm not in it, then forget it. So you guys can't take selfies. Okay. The final award that I have is going to another person that helps us. It's the Huntsberger Award. And we have a statistician that has been working with us, and he does it tireless hours. And I don't know how he does it. He crunches the numbers, he gets everything turned in and posted on time. But he cannot be with us as well today because softball is playing and he's taking stats. But that individual is Ben Brown. So I'll accept that award. Again, I'd like to thank you all for having us, and we appreciate it, and thank the administration for the support as well. You guys have been super, and I know we don't tell you enough times that we appreciate you, but we do. So.
It is now time to introduce our second new award for this program, the Wellness Student of the Year. Here to present the award is Assistant Professor Laura Kennett of the Exercise Science Department.
Good afternoon. I'm happy to announce the Exercise Science Department's Wellness Student of the Year. This is the second year we have honored this award. However, this is the first year we're actually participating. So this is a very exciting event to be a part of. This year's recipient is Courtney Tolar. She's being recognized because she has served as the newly formed Exercise Science Club president. She has been instrumental in helping us develop as a new program, and she will be transferring on as one of our first students to participate in our newly articulated program. So she will be starting at Grand Valley State University next fall. She's also taken upon herself to obtain professional certifications as a yoga instructor. She's even gone as far as being interviewed by the student newspaper on a couple of occasions, MLive. She's even been featured on Wood TV8. So Courtney has been absolutely awesome to work with. In a strange turn of events, she actually is not well today. So I'm going to have to accept this on her behalf. But I still wanted, she emailed me last night and said, I'm sick, I can't make it. I said, if you're able to, please come. If you're not, I still would like to publicly thank you and recognize you for the work that you've done. So thank you, Courtney. I hope you're feeling better wherever you may be. And thank you for this opportunity to recognize her.
At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce Keaton Krupa, Service Manager for Campus Dining, to the stage to present the Campus Dining Services Awards.
Good afternoon. My name is Keaton. It's my pleasure to represent Creative Dining Services and the entire GRCC Campus Dining team as we honor one of our superior students, Fong Wen. Joining us today is Chef Nikki, and it's Fong's supervisor, excuse me. Careers in food service and hospitality industry can be very demanding. Our staff must work irregular hours in stressful working conditions around potential hazards. while adhering to our high expectations. These requirements can make this line of work extremely hard at times. This year's group of students is no exception, making it very difficult to select a recipient for a Student Scholarship Award. However, Fong stands above the rest, possessing dedication, enthusiasm, an incredible work ethic, and a desire to learn make him an incredible part of our team. He fully embraces the model of excellence that campus dining management team teaches and expects. Simply put, Fong is amazing. He's hardworking, passionate, and has a server's heart towards his fellow students and staff within GRCC. He has developed so many lasting relationships within our community. Chef Nancy explains, Fong has the ability to change the dynamic of a space anytime he just walks in it. His enthusiasm and energy are infectious. It is rare to meet a person like Fong. Chef Nikki says he always gives 110% and goes beyond the call of duty. He is adapted by helping out all areas of our department when in need, and his smile and quirky behavior are infectious, putting everyone in a good mood around him. It is a face that customers can come to expect when coming to the Raider Grill. Fong is currently enrolled in the Institute for Culinary Education, and there is no doubt in my mind he will become an amazing chef and culinarian. On behalf of Dan Zayer, Director of Campus Dining, Chef Nikki, myself, and the entire Campus Dining team, please help me congratulate this year's recipient of the Creative Dining Services Scholarship Award, Mr. Fong Wen.
Now, as we enter our last segment of the award program, I would like to introduce Sarah Dorr, Director of Student Life and Conduct.
Hello, we're so glad to have all of you here. Before we move into this final section of awards, we need to take a moment to recognize somebody very special. We've all heard those sayings that behind every successful man or woman, there's a ... Well, I need to tell you that in the world of student life at GRCC, behind every successful club, event, fundraiser, etc., is Liz Tyrell. Wait, stay seated for a minute. Wait, stay seated. We'll have a minute. Give us a minute. Whew. I'm not going to look at her while I read this. I'm just going to tell you that. Each year, we support between about 30 to 40 active clubs and organizations. This year alone, those clubs have registered 92 student events and held 31 fundraisers. They have been trained on OrgSync. Their advisors and their presidents have received guidance and advice from Liz. They have added things to Stall Street Journal. They've removed things from Stall Street Journal. They've added them back again. Behind the scenes, supporting each of these organizations and their events on a daily basis is Liz. In addition to the support of our clubs and orgs, she has organized our information stations, coordinated events such as the MLK Junior Day daytime celebration, the Family Matters event. She's managed our commencement list of students who are graduating and planned the rehearsal for those students. And in addition, she's supported every Welcome Week, Finals Relaxer, and other CAB event in between. After 21 years of serving our students in our community through her work in student life, Liz will retire this summer. Right. While we can't quite imagine our office work without her, we are also very excited for her and happy as she embarks on the next part of her own personal journey. We would be remiss if we didn't take a few moments during this annual event when we recognize our leaders to also recognize the support and love that she has provided to so many of those leaders along the way. To that end, we'd like to share a brief tribute video to Liz.
Hi, Liz. Just wanted to wish you all the best. Sad that I couldn't be there today to wish you congratulations congratulations and farewell in person.
We're going to miss you here at Grand Rapids Community College, and myself in particular. You've been so much help with me and my Foreign Affairs Club over the years.
You know, Liz, when I think about you, I really think about the chipmunks, you know, Alvin and them. Yeah, chipmunks. Not saying you look like a chipmunk, because you're very gorgeous, but I think about how you were always, you're just full of energy. You're like, you tell us how old you are and you're proud of it. You don't really care what people say, and which I love that about you.
Hi, Liz. I just want you to know how much I've enjoyed working with you for, gosh, it's been over 25 years now. You are just a ray of sunshine.
One of my fondest memories is watching you line up the students for graduation. You use precision and grace to do that. You're just a true professional.
Liz, we'd like to thank you for your wonderful work in the Student Life Office. It's been a pleasure working with you for the last 6.5, 7 years. One thing I learned from you is to always have a smile on my face, just like you do.
As you retire, we're so proud of the work that you've done with students, and the students, I'm sure, are so grateful to have had you there in the student life for all these years.
If she looked at me, I think she was smiling. Boy, what was she? She was focused on the Winchester Alley. That was her baby then, because she was opening the Winchester. Yeah.
No, this is Liz. Liz Tyrell.
Oh!
Carry on.
Oh, this is for Liz. Okay. Sorry, scratch that. Hi, Liz.
You know, I've been working here for 16 years, and you're one of the people that stand out as being so student-friendly.
Whenever we have ideas as students, you never give us no, you always encourage us, and it really fills my heart with joy to know that I have gotten a chance to get to know you and experience the awesome that is Liz.
Liz, congratulations from the bottom of my heart. You are one of the most generous, most sincere human beings I have ever met in my life.
I feel some of the things I will remember the most is the day that I convinced her to eat ice cream for breakfast for the first time, and the day we introduced her to filled cupcakes. I like to think that I have been able to help Liz grow as a person.
And if there's anything I've learned from you, Liz, is how to deal with those crazy student organizations, and you know who you are.
Here's to you, Liz.
Here's to you, Liz.
Thank you.
Wait. No, I need that. On behalf of the student organizations, past and present, please join us again in thanking Liz and recognizing her for so many amazing years of service to the student body here at GRCC. Thank you,
I'm at a loss for words. I'm very surprised, and I'm very appreciative of all the kind things that you have said about me. The one thing that I have learned after all these years of having 30 years in education is that the love of the students is what brings you here every day. I have grown, I have learned, and I just love it. I love working with the students, and I would do anything for them. And if it wasn't for them and the great staff that I work with, you know, that's what makes it worth coming to work every day. So thank you very much, each and every one of you. I really appreciate it.
All right. And we managed to keep that a secret. Yay for us. All right. I will now be presenting the Jerry Benham Award for staff and faculty. The Jerry Benham Award is given annually to a staff or faculty member who is actively supporting student involvement and student development and acts as a mentor and role model for student leadership development. These award winners are advocates for students, encouraging them to express and act on their thoughts and ideas. I'm going to call these folks to the stage, and actually for those students who are called up in the next number of awards, we're going to just ask you to all the nominees to stand in front of the table, and then we'll announce the award winner as well. So in this particular situation, will the following faculty and staff please join me at the stage to receive your certificate of nomination? Reynard Ross. Down here, down here. We're gonna have you down right here. Andre Fields. And Lene Selberg. While Lene's making her way, it is my pleasure to now introduce the recipient of this award. This individual is recognized for his work in establishing a program that supports and encourages leadership development and helps students overcome barriers to academic success. In the program's first year, there were just under 20 students involved. The Alpha Beta Omega program is now in its third year with almost 80 students and is gaining national attention for its proven ability to help students persist from one semester to the next. To give you a better picture of how well the program is working, the percentage of fall students that return to the following fall is 50% for our general student body. For ABO students, the fall-to-fall persistence rate is at 75%. This individual works extremely hard to make sure all the students he advises and the students within this program have a plan to accomplish their goals and to achieve success. In addition to his roles in counseling and with ABO, he also finds time in his schedule to serve as the advisor to the Black Student Union. BSU is a student organization with a well-established history at the college who provide the campus with a variety of diversity programming events each year. One of the nominators for this individual wrote the following: "He is one of the most selfless people I know, for he constantly gives of his time and attention to students and his colleagues and never expects anything in return. I see him work day and night, making sure that every student he comes in contact with has all the right support and tools they need to succeed." Please help me in congratulating Andre Fields as the 2015 recipient.
It is my pleasure to introduce Ben Geis, the Executive Vice President for the Campus Activities Board and member of Phi Theta Kappa and also the Honors Program, to present the nominees for the Benham Service and Engagement Award. And congratulations, Andre.
Hello, everyone. The Benham Service and Civic Engagement Award is presented to a current student at Grand Rapids Community College who has been actively involved and has shown leadership in service and civic engagement initiatives. This student must also have a minimum cumulative GPA of 2.5 or higher. Will the following students please come to the stage to receive their certificate of nomination? Daniel Eggerding. London Nathan. Joseph Ruiz. Brandon Sinclair. And Teresa Tron. It is now my pleasure to introduce the award recipient for 2015. This recipient is in their second year at GRCC. He is highly recognized by peers as a leader and someone that strongly encourages civic engagement activities. This year, the individual was elected unanimously to serve as the president for the College Democrats of Grand Rapids Community College. His commitment does not stop at GRCC, though. He was also appointed as the West Michigan Regional Director for the Michigan Federation of College Democrats, where he oversees and assists almost 10 chapters throughout the state. In addition to his work with College Dems, He is active in the honors program and has earned a 3.5 GPA or better 3 of the 4 semesters he has completed. Perhaps one of the more significant accomplishments of this individual was that he wrote one of the only 2 essays that were selected and highlighted at a dinner event held while President Carter and his wife Rosalind were visiting Grand Rapids Community College. Those that competed in the essay competition were asked to write a response to President Carter's book, A Call to Action, Women, Religion, Violence, and Power. In that essay and in his reflection paper for this award nomination, the individual had a consistent message: stay involved and continue to promote and advocate the values of justice, equality, and peace. Please help me in congratulating Daniel Eggerding as a 2015 Benham Service and Civic Engagement Award recipient.
Yep.
Pardon me. I would like to invite Evan Macklin, Coordinator of Student Life and Conduct, to the podium to present the nominees for the Cedric and Sandy Ward Leadership Award. Evan Macklin.
Sorry, give me one moment here. Sorry. All right. Here we go. This award is presented to a current GRCC student who demonstrates leadership skills throughout the community and or at the college and must have a minimum cumulative GPA of 2.5 or higher. Will the following students please come to the stage to receive their certificate of nomination? Ariel Brown. Michelle Day. Shannon Gamel. Sorry. And Cody, I apologize, buddy, but Cody Kowalski? Kowalski? Is he Cody in the room? No? All right. Again, we practiced. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't even practice that one. Haley McCullough. Sean Muhal. Jada Pickens. Mr. Brandon Sinclair. Guy Sudbrack. Teresa oh, I'm so sorry, Teresa. I apologize. We actually did practice, so I apologize. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry, Teresa. Carla Vasana Acosta. Sarah made me do the ones with the hardest names, so I apologize. All right. It is now my pleasure to introduce the award recipient for 2015. The student is extremely active in the GRCC community as well as the larger Grand Rapids area, and in some aspects at the nation level too. Outside of GRCC, this individual has maintained his commitment to the National Scout Society. He currently serves as the Order of the Arrow 2014-15 Section C2 Chief. Woo! In this role, he has provided a variety of leadership trainings to youth and aspiring chiefs. In addition to his Scout involvement, he stays engaged with state politics by serving as the executive director of the Michigan Federation of College Republicans. Wow, tongue twisters up here. At GRCC, this student made significant contributions to the growth of college Republicans during his first year. As his engagement level increased, he became interested in pursuing other student leadership positions on campus. He applied and was elected into his current role as the president of the Campus Activities Board, a role filled with responsibilities that are focused on improving the student experience. His peers and advisors admire him for his level of maturity and professionalism. One of the nominators for this individual wrote, "He takes every opportunity to engage with students at events. I can tell that he is genuine about hearing the students' stories and making them feel welcomed at GRCC. When I'm walking with him in the hallway, it's not uncommon for another student that he hasn't connected with previously to come up to us and want to engage in another conversation, which is a sign of his good communication skills and listening skills." Please help me in congratulating Brandon Sinclair as the 2015 Cedric and Sandy Ward Leadership Award recipient. Please, Sarah, no more hard names.
Just 1 second. Oh, Evan, you came up here and did things. Sorry, y'all. Bear with me. I would like to invite Allie Najmi, the Operations Director for Student Alliance, to the stage to present the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award.
Thank you, Ariel. This award is presented to a current student at GRCC who exemplifies the spirit of Martin Luther King Jr. through community involvement and campus service, seeking to bring change and to promote the philosophy of Martin Luther King Jr. Will the following students please come to the stage to receive their certificate of nomination? Elise Blackshear, Flora Garcia, Lam Lu, Reginald Miles, Denavia Mojet, London Nathan, Q. Ellis Rhodes, and Lasita Woods. It is now my pleasure to introduce award recipient for 2015. This student is recognized by peers and advisors for representing the true definition of persistence and commitment. This individual did not attend a single elementary or secondary school until turning 14 years old. Coming from a small town in Mexico where wealth was non-existent and education was not valued as a society, this individual has overcome many barriers to be here at GRCC. Not only is the student overcoming the odds by enrolling in college, she is excelling by providing those around her with hope that they can also achieve success. She cherishes her education and continues to find ways to get involved. She is now in her second year as the Hispanic Student Organization president. Additionally, she is approaching the final courses on her way to being the first person in her family to graduate with a college degree. In her time as the HSO president, she has helped the organization grow from only a handful of active students to now, where their meetings average 15 to 20 students weekly. In addition to her HSO involvement, she also served as a campus ambassador to help transition incoming first-year students and serves as a student employee. One of the nominators for this individual wrote, "She leads by example. She is passionate about encouraging her fellow students to be the best that they can be and to take advantage of academic opportunities, support services, and organizational activities to enjoy the full experience of college that is available at GRCC." Without further ado, please help me in congratulating Flora Garcia as the 2015 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Next, I would like to invite Ashley B. Griss, the Graduate Assistant for Student Life and Conduct and my advisor for the Campus Activities Board, to the stage to present the last award for the afternoon, the Brian Clowett Campus Involvement Award.
This award is presented to students who are actively involved in student activities and campus life. These students have established a cross-college interest in campus life and community service and have been helpful in promoting the overall college experience through outstanding citizenship. The student must also have a minimum cumulative GPA of 2.75 or higher. Will the following students please come to the stage to receive their certificate of nomination? Hannah Christofferson. Vanessa Kropsch. Robbie DeSonia. Jonathan Lopez. Manuel Diaz. Lam Lu. And Trayvon Garrett. It is now my pleasure to introduce the award recipient for 2015. This student is actively engaged in the Biodiversity Club, Art Club, Phi Theta Kappa, the Campus Activities Board, and the Honors Program. This person's initiative, optimism, and desire to learn has been noticed by all staff, faculty, and peers that she has encountered. This student is not only in her first year at GRCC, but has managed to form relationships nearly everywhere in the GRCC community. She currently serves as one of the vice presidents on the Campus Activities Board, a role she earned very quickly from her peers. Even with all of these commitments, she earned a 3.89 GPA in the fall with a full course load, and we are confident her winter semester grades will be equally as strong. One of the nominators for this individual wrote, "She is a rock star both in and out of the classroom. She is the definition of a student leader because she places her academics first and manages to still play an active role within multiple student organizations." Please help me in congratulating Hannah Christofferson as the 2015 Brian Clute Award recipient.
Congratulations, Hannah.
Oh, what fun this event always is. It's such a highlight. As you can see, we have incredible students, staff, and faculty that have accomplished great things this year. This has been a truly unique year as we've celebrated this GRCC Centennial Celebration together. I would like to thank Campus Activities Board and Evan Macklin for the extra effort it took to hold that supersized fall welcome week that we had, for collaborating with the GRCC employees to hold that community picnic in September. I would also like to acknowledge the Student Alliance Leadership Board for launching and completing their inaugural year as a new re-envisioned organization. It was truly a successful year, and I'm proud of the work that our team has accomplished. And while there are many amazing club and organization events that have happened, I also want to say it was wonderful to experience the 15th Annual Global Experience Festival. We saw greater levels of collaboration than ever before between our clubs and orgs, and that effort truly paid off. That event was sold out, and all the attendees had a wonderful evening of food, fun, and entertainment. For any students sitting out here today who will be here with us next year who are thinking throughout this, I should get more involved. Don't wait. Come talk to us today after the event. We have places to plug you in already. We'd love to have you involved. Again, congratulations to all of our award nominees and recipients. I'd like to close by thanking a number of people. First, all of our presenters, faculty, and staff who joined us today, as well as the Award Selection Committee, GRCC Media Services, the Grand Valley State University Conference, and event planning staff for their contributions, and a special thank you to Brandon and Ari for serving as our MCs today. Finally, if you are an advisor to one of our clubs or a member of the student life staff, I'd like you to stand up, please. Please help me in acknowledging the fact that these are advisors who give of their personal time to support and serve our students, and the student life staff who helps all of them behind the scenes. We could not do this work without them. Please help me in acknowledging all of that. I just wanted to double check with any detail. On your way out, there are gifts for you on the tables as you exit, so make sure you take one. I just want to make sure that they were out there and ready for you. So we want to thank you for joining us in this celebration. Wish you a wonderful weekend. Thank you again.
Do you want to say something on the photo?